When most people think of Las Vegas, they picture glittering casinos, endless rows of slot machines, showgirls, and neon lights that never sleep. But what if I told you that 90% of Las Vegas residents have never even been inside many of those famous strip casinos? What if the real Las Vegas, the one where 2.5 million people wake up, go to work, raise families, and build lives, looks nothing like the postcard version tourists see? Today, we are pulling back the curtain on the real Las Vegas. This is not about where to gamble or which show to catch. This is about the city beneath the spectacle, the neighborhoods beyond the neon, and the truth about what it actually means to live in one of America's most misunderstood cities. Las Vegas sits in the heart of the Mojave Desert in southern Nevada, roughly 4 hours from Los Angeles and a quick drive from the stunning natural landscapes of Red Rock Canyon and Lake Mead. While the world knows it as the entertainment capital of the world, the Las Vegas metropolitan area has quietly grown into the 28th most populous metro region in the United States. The valley includes Las Vegas proper, Henderson to the southeast, North Las Vegas to the north, and sprawling master-planned communities like Summerlin that stretch toward the Spring Mountains. But who actually lives here? You might be surprised. Yes, casino workers and hospitality employees make up a significant portion of the workforce, but Las Vegas has diversified dramatically. Tech companies are setting up operations here. Remote workers have discovered the city's relatively affordable cost of living and lack of state income tax. Retirees flock here for the weather and tax benefits. Young professionals come for career opportunities. Families settle in the suburbs for space and sunshine. And increasingly, people are moving here not for what Vegas offers on the Strip, but for what it offers away from it. The Strip itself, that famous 4-mile stretch of Las Vegas Boulevard, is actually not within Las Vegas city limits. It sits in an unincorporated area called Paradise. This matters because it highlights a crucial distinction. Tourist Las Vegas and resident Las Vegas are two separate worlds that happen to share the same valley. Let us talk about the neighborhoods where real life happens. Downtown Las Vegas, anchored by the historic Fremont Street, offers a grittier, more authentic vibe than the corporate polish of the Strip. Fremont Street Experience is a 5-block pedestrian mall covered by an LED canopy that hosts free light shows nightly. But beyond the tourist zone, downtown has transformed into a cultural hub. The Arts District, also called 18B, sprawls across 18 blocks filled with independent galleries, vintage shops, craft breweries, and murals painted on every available wall. First Friday, a monthly arts festival, draws thousands of locals who actually live here and want nothing to do with the Strip. Then there's Summerlin, the valley's largest master-planned community, covering over 22,000 acres on the western edge near Red Rock Canyon. This is where you'll find soccer moms in minivans, manicured parks, hiking trails, and an outdoor shopping mall called Downtown Summerlin that feels more like suburban California than Sin City. Summerlin is quiet, safe, and expensive, with homes often exceeding $500,000.
Henderson, to the southeast, offers similar suburban appeal, but at slightly lower prices. It consistently ranks as one of the safest cities in Nevada. Lake Las Vegas, a resort community within Henderson, features artificial lakes, golf courses, and Mediterranean-style architecture. This is where families settle down, where kids go to decent schools, and where life looks remarkably, almost disappointingly normal. There are also neighborhoods like Centennial Hills in the far northwest, the Lakes, with its man-made lakes and walking paths, and Spring Valley, which sprawls across the Western Valley. The common thread? They look nothing like what you imagine when someone says Las Vegas. Now, let us address what everyone wants to know, the tourist stuff. Yes, the attractions exist, and many locals will grudgingly admit they are impressive. The Bellagio fountains perform their choreographed water ballet every 15 to 30 minutes, and it's free to watch. The Bellagio Conservatory changes its botanical displays seasonally, with thousands of flowers arranged into elaborate scenes. The High Roller Observation Wheel offers sweeping desert views. The Neon Museum preserves vintage casino signs in what locals call the Neon Boneyard, a genuine piece of Vegas history worth seeing. Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area sits just 15 miles west of the Strip, offering hiking, rock climbing, and a scenic 13-mile loop drive through stunning desert landscapes. Lake Mead National Recreation Area provides boating, fishing, and a respite from the summer heat. These natural escapes are where locals actually spend their weekends, not in casinos. Free attractions include the Fremont Street Experience shows, the Flamingo Wildlife Habitat with live flamingos and other birds, the Fall of Atlantis show at Caesar's Palace, and various hotel lobbies that feature elaborate art installations. But here's the reality. Most locals avoid the Strip entirely unless they work there or have visiting relatives to entertain. The expensive attractions? They cater almost exclusively to tourists. Strip clubs, high-end restaurants with celebrity chefs, Cirque du Soleil shows, helicopter tours to the Grand Canyon, these experiences can drain hundreds or thousands of dollars in a single evening. Locals know better. Let us talk about food, because this is where Las Vegas genuinely shines beyond its reputation. Yes, the Strip has celebrity chef restaurants like Gordon Ramsay Steak, Joël Robuchon, and Wolfgang Puck establishments. But these places charge $50 to $200 per person, and almost no locals eat there. The real food culture thrives off the Strip. Las Vegas has an enormous and diverse immigrant population, which means authentic cuisine from around the world. Chinatown, located on Spring Mountain Road, stretches for miles with Korean barbecue joints, Vietnamese pho houses, Chinese dim sum parlors, and Filipino restaurants. You can eat incredible ramen, hot pot, or hand-pulled noodles for under $15. The Arts District offers farm-to-table restaurants like Esther's Kitchen, inventive coffee shops like Gabi Coffee and Bakery, and craft cocktail bars that locals actually frequent. Downtown has everything from vegan tacos at Tacotarian to James Beard-nominated pizza at Pizza Rock. Henderson and Summerlin have their own food scenes, with everything from upscale steakhouses to neighborhood sushi spots. Mexican food is everywhere and ranges from authentic street tacos at Tacos El Gordo, open until 2 in the morning, to sit-down Mexican restaurants throughout the valley. Las Vegas also has a surprising number of excellent Thai, Japanese, Korean, Indian, and Mediterranean restaurants scattered across strip malls that tourists never see.
For everyday eating, a budget meal costs $8 to $15. Think fast casual chains, ethnic restaurants, food trucks, and neighborhood diners. A mid-range dinner runs $25 to $40 per person. High-end dining, if you venture into that territory, starts at $75 and climbs from there. Groceries run about 5% higher than the national average, with a gallon of milk around $4 and a dozen eggs approximately $4 to $5. Here is what daily life actually looks like for a Las Vegas resident. You wake up in a suburban neighborhood that could be anywhere in the American Southwest. You drive to work because public transportation, while improving, remains limited. The RTC bus system exists, but most people rely on cars. Traffic can be brutal, especially on major corridors like Interstate 15 and the Beltway during rush hours. Commute times average 20 to 30 minutes, though some suburban residents face longer drives. Work culture varies dramatically by industry. Hospitality workers often work nights, weekends, and holidays, with shifts that can start at odd hours. The industry offers union jobs with decent benefits through the culinary union, but the work is physically demanding and the schedules can be exhausting. Other industries, tech, healthcare, education, construction, follow more traditional schedules. The service industry dominates employment, but the job market has struggled recently. As of early 2026, many residents report difficulty finding work outside hospitality, and wages have not kept pace with inflation in most sectors. A livable salary for a single person is estimated at $48,000 to $55,000 annually, covering basic needs but leaving little room for extras. To live comfortably with savings and entertainment, financial experts suggest $70,000 to $100,000 per year. Social life depends entirely on your lifestyle choices. If you work on the Strip, you might never see the rest of the valley.
If you live in the suburbs, your social life revolves around neighborhood gatherings, community events, and outdoor activities. Las Vegas has a vibrant local bar scene, craft breweries in the arts district, live music venues downtown, and a growing food scene that has nothing to do with tourists. Nightlife exists for locals, but it looks different. Locals avoid strip nightclubs with their $100 cover charges and $15 drinks. Instead, they hit neighborhood bars, brewery tap rooms, dive bars with cheap drinks and no pretense, or they stay home because, frankly, when you live here, the novelty of Vegas nightlife wears off fast. Family life in Las Vegas centers on the same things as anywhere else: schools, sports leagues, community centers, and parks. The suburban communities have excellent recreational facilities, youth programs, and family-friendly events. People barbecue in their backyards, take their kids to soccer practice, and complain about the heat just like families everywhere complain about weather. Safety varies by neighborhood. Summerlin, Henderson, and Centennial Hills rank among the safest areas, with low crime rates. Downtown and certain areas of North Las Vegas have higher crime, though recent data shows criminal charges declining since 2022. Overall, 74% of Las Vegas neighborhoods receive an A grade for safety. The key is knowing where you are. Tourist areas on the Strip are generally safe, but stay aware. Residential suburbs feel as safe as anywhere in America.
Cleanliness is a mixed bag. The Strip itself stays remarkably clean thanks to constant maintenance crews. Suburban neighborhoods maintain that typical American suburb appearance with manicured lawns and tidy streets. But parts of downtown and older neighborhoods can feel worn and neglected, with homeless populations visible in certain areas. Transportation relies heavily on personal vehicles. The monorail connects some Strip properties but is useless for residents. The RTC bus system covers the valley but remains slow and limited. Ride-sharing works, but costs add up. Most households need at least one car, often two. Now, the question everyone wants answered: what does it actually cost to live in Las Vegas? The answer is complicated because costs have risen significantly in recent years, though Las Vegas remains cheaper than California cities, which is why many Californians have relocated here. Rent as of 2026 breaks down roughly like this. A studio apartment averages $1,100 per month, a one-bedroom runs $1,200 to $1,350, a two-bedroom costs around $1,375, a three-bedroom pushes $1,750 to $2,000. The median rent hovers around $1,520, still below the national average for major metros, but climbing steadily. Home prices vary wildly by neighborhood. You might find older homes in less desirable areas starting around $300,000, while Summerlin and Henderson properties easily exceed $500,000 or more. The market has been volatile, with prices surging during the pandemic and now showing signs of stabilization or slight decline. Utilities run lower than many states, about 6% below the national average, though summer air conditioning bills can spike significantly. Expect to pay $150 to $250 monthly during the brutal summer months. Food costs, as mentioned, run about 5% above average for groceries, though eating out offers tremendous variety at all price points. Budget a few $100s monthly for groceries for one person, more for families. Transportation costs include car payments, insurance, which tends to be higher in Nevada, gas, and maintenance. No state income tax helps, but sales tax sits at over 8%. Property taxes remain relatively low compared to other states. Healthcare costs about 14% less than the national average, which helps. Entertainment costs can be whatever you make of them. You can enjoy free activities and cheap eats, or you can blow thousands on Strip experiences. Most locals lean toward the former. The big advantage? No state income tax. This makes a massive difference for higher earners and retirees living on fixed incomes. Nevada also does not tax pension income or Social Security benefits. So is Las Vegas cheap, moderate, or expensive? The honest answer, it is becoming moderate to moderately expensive, especially for housing. It is cheaper than California, Seattle, or New York, but more expensive than many Midwest or Southern cities. A single person can survive on $48,000 to $55,000, but will not live lavishly. Families need more.
Remote workers earning big city salaries find Las Vegas quite affordable. Service workers, however, increasingly struggle with housing costs. Who should visit or live in Las Vegas? Let us break this down honestly. You will love Las Vegas if you enjoy sunshine and heat, if you hate winter and snow, if you want outdoor recreation year-round, if you value entertainment and dining variety, if you appreciate diverse cultures and cuisines, if you work in hospitality or entertainment industries, if you benefit from no state income tax, or if you want proximity to other destinations like California, Utah, and Arizona.
You will probably struggle if you hate extreme heat. Summers regularly exceed 110 degrees Fahrenheit. If you need robust public transportation, if you expect East Coast or European walkability, if you have children and care deeply about school rankings, because Nevada consistently ranks near the bottom nationally, if you need lush greenery and four seasons, or if you want a thriving arts and culture scene beyond the commercial strip entertainment. Las Vegas works well for certain lifestyles and personalities. It attracts people who prioritize sunshine, affordability relative to coastal cities, career opportunities in specific industries, and a certain live and let live attitude. It struggles to retain people who expect traditional urban amenities, strong public schools, and cultural depth. Let us address the pros honestly. The weather delivers over 300 days of sunshine annually. Winters are mild and pleasant, perfect for outdoor activities. No state income tax means more money in your pocket. The food scene rivals major cities for diversity and quality. Outdoor recreation, hiking, climbing, water sports, sits minutes from the suburbs. The city operates 24 hours, offering convenience at any hour. Housing costs less than coastal California. The entertainment options, even for locals who avoid the Strip, remain plentiful, and the location provides easy access to national parks, California beaches, Utah skiing, and Arizona attractions. Now the cons, and these are significant. The summer heat is genuinely oppressive, dangerous even, with temperatures exceeding 115 degrees and limiting outdoor activities for months. The public education system ranks among the worst in the nation, a serious concern for families. The job market, particularly outside hospitality, remains challenging, with wages lagging behind housing costs. Water scarcity looms as a long-term existential threat, with Lake Mead at historic lows, and scientists warning the region may become largely uninhabitable within 50 years due to climate change. The culture can feel transient and superficial, with high population turnover and limited sense of community. Traffic congestion worsens yearly, the homeless population is visible and growing, and the tourism industry, while economically vital, creates a strange disconnect between the city's identity and residents' daily reality. There is also a psychological factor rarely discussed. Living in Las Vegas can feel isolating despite the population density. The city's identity crisis between entertainment capital and regular city creates a peculiar dynamic. Many residents feel like they're living in the shadow of a party they're not invited to, watching tourists experience a fantasy version of their home. So here's the final verdict. Is Las Vegas worth visiting? Absolutely. The city offers a unique American experience, incredible food, world-class entertainment, and stunning natural surroundings. Visit for a long weekend or a week, enjoy the spectacle, eat amazing meals, explore Red Rock Canyon, and soak up the desert sun.
Is it worth living here? That depends entirely on your priorities and circumstances. If you are a remote worker earning a solid income, Las Vegas offers genuine value with no state income tax, lower housing costs than coastal cities, and abundant sunshine. If you work in hospitality and can secure a union job, the city provides career opportunities. If you are a retiree with a fixed income, the tax benefits and climate appeal. But if you have school-aged children and care about education quality, seriously reconsider or plan for private schools. If you need robust public services, community infrastructure, and cultural institutions, you will find Las Vegas lacking. If extreme heat makes you miserable, you will spend 4 months a year trapped indoors. And if you want a city with deep roots, strong community ties, and authentic urban culture, Las Vegas may leave you feeling empty. Is Las Vegas overrated or underrated? For tourists, it is probably accurately rated, a fun destination that delivers exactly what it promises. For residents, it is both.
The city is underrated for its diversity, food scene, outdoor access, and economic benefits. It is overrated for quality of life factors like schools, public services, and long-term sustainability. The truth about Las Vegas beyond the casinos and lights is this: it is a real city with real people navigating real challenges. It is not a fantasy, and it is not a nightmare. It is a sprawling desert metropolis still figuring out its identity, caught between its glittering tourist facade and the mundane realities of suburban American life. It offers opportunities and frustrations, sunshine and scorching heat, diversity and transience, tax benefits and water scarcity. Las Vegas will either work for you or it will not. The key is approaching it with clear eyes, understanding what you gain and what you sacrifice. For some, it is paradise. For others, it is a mirage that looks better from a distance. The city beneath the neon exists, but whether you will find it satisfying depends entirely on what you are looking for in a place to call home.